radio storytelling, a house without electricity, a child studying by oil lamp. Dear listener, in today's bright and modern world, where cities sparkle with LED lights, smartphones light up every corner, and lightning-speed internet connects us all, there are still quiet places hidden in the dark, where electricity is a luxury and learning to read is a daily struggle in the shadows. Today, I want to tell you the story of Linh, a young 8th grade girl living in the high mountains of northern Vietnam. When the sun sets in her village, darkness takes over completely, and the only light she has to study by is a flickering old oil lamp. Linh's house clings to a steep mountainside. To reach it, one must walk for hours along a narrow, winding trail through forests and streams. Her small wooden home, covered with a rusty tin roof, lets in the cold winds of winter and the damp rains of the monsoon. There is no electricity, no television, no fan. The only light at night comes from a small oil lamp her mother carries back from a market nearly 20 kilometers away. That tiny flame, burning weakly, with black smoke rising, is Linh's whole world. Every evening, she sits beside that faint glow, hands numb from the cold, eyes burning from smoke, yet still she studies, writing carefully, solving math problems, holding on to her dream. Linh once said, "I'm not afraid of the dark, I'm just afraid I won't be allowed to study." Can you hear the courage in that simple sentence? A quiet fear, but one born of determination. From 1st to 7th grade, Linh has always been a top student. No one forced her. She studies not for grades or praise, but because she believes in the power of learning. Each night, after helping her mother cook dinner and take care of her baby sibling, Linh sits at an old wooden desk built by her father, lights the oil lamp, and opens her books. Some nights, the wind blows out the flame. She gathers the last drops of oil from an old bottle to relight it. When it rains, smoke clouds the room. Her eyes water. Still, she continues, her head bent over a page filled with dreams. In 7th grade, Linh was chosen to represent her school at the district academic competition. Other students had internet, tutors, and fancy study guides. Linh had only a textbook and a fierce will. She didn't win top prizes, but her teachers called her the brightest student in the darkness. In the pitch black of the mountains, Linh lit a fire within herself. To finish her homework, Linh had to race against the dying flame of her lamp. Her hands froze, her ink blurred, her papers crumpled, but she never gave up. To her, every page she completed was a step closer to the future. She once said, "I want to become a teacher someday. I want to help the younger kids in my village, so they don't have to be afraid of the dark the way I was." Can you see it? A little girl, not even 14, already dreaming of becoming a light for others. She doesn't seek applause or fame, just the chance to learn, to teach, to illuminate her village with knowledge. Every weekend, Linh teaches children in her village under a plum tree. Her father carved a wooden board for her to use. She writes with chalk scraps collected from school. The children sit in a circle, listening to Linh teach them letters and numbers. A child who studied in darkness, becoming the light for others. Her story spread through social media. A volunteer group found her and brought her a solar-powered lamp. For the first time in her life, Linh could study without fear of running out of oil. The entire village stood in awe, not just of the physical light, but of the hope it symbolized, born from one girl's unshakable heart. But Linh is not alone. Across remote mountain villages in Vietnam, many children are still studying in the dark, writing with calloused hands, reading by dim and smoky light. These children don't need pity. What they need is opportunity. A lamp, a book, a hand to lift them up. And here's the miracle. With just one opportunity, these children can shine in the most extraordinary ways. In 2025, Linh entered 9th grade. She received a special scholarship from an educational foundation for disadvantaged students. For the first time, she traveled outside her village to the city to attend a summer camp. There she saw streetlights, computers, libraries, things she had never even imagined. At the camp, she stood up and spoke softly. "In the city, there are many lights. But please don't forget the children still studying in the dark like me. We don't give up, because each word we learn is a ray of hope lighting the way forward." And the room fell silent. Dear friend, sometimes we forget how much light we already have. We sit in air-conditioned rooms, surrounded by electric lights, connected to the world in an instant. And yet, Are we learning? Are we growing? Are we using our light wisely? Let Lynn's story awaken the light within you. Live a life worthy of the chances you've been given. Because somewhere, in a small home high in the mountains, a little girl is still studying by oil lamp, holding on to a dream to become the light for others. Thank you for listening. We'll see you again on the next broadcast, where every story is a beam of light leading the way.